Ah, here we go again then, Elliot.
I woke up this morning and thought, yes, it's podcast day. I ripped off my curtains, smashed my window, then threw my curtains out of the window. I need to buy some new curtains. Maybe I'll get some for Christmas. But now, it's podcast time.
Well, how can I beat that intro?
You can't.
But anyway, this is another podcast, Random Subjects from Everyday Life, with myself, Dave Clark, in brackets, Dustbin Dave, and my assistant, Elliot. So, Elliot, what are we going to chat about tonight?
We're chatting about Christmas, Part 2, which includes Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day. And this subject is literally endless.
Well, folks, in Part 1, we chatted about an awful lot, didn't we, Elliot?
An awful lot.
Just under 30 minutes for that, so pretty much our record amount of time. We covered the build-up to Christmas, Christmas songs, everyone's likes and dislikes, plus some comments, food and drink, the meaning of Christmas, wrapping up presents, lost loved ones, work dues, Christmas decorations, Christmas trees, Christmas cards, and of course some random facts about all of that.
Wow.
So, I think we'd better start with Christmas Eve. Right, well, Elliot, it's not far away now, is it?
No, it's Christmas Eve as the time of recording this.
I know, it just goes so quickly, doesn't it?
Incredibly quick.
But I've always thought Christmas Eve, feels quite a magical day, really.
It does.
I mean, is there anything you like specifically about Christmas Eve?
Well, it's just all the excitement for the big day. And as you said, it is very magical.
Yeah, I mean, I quite like try not to have too much last minute shopping,
Yeah.
because that can get pretty manic. Do get some good bargains though. If you go down like supermarket about 3 p.m. or something like that, then everything's going pretty cheap. They just want to get rid of it, don't they?
8p for a bag of carrots.
I know. Well, that's a bargain, isn't it? 8p for a bag of carrots, unbelievable that is. Yeah, and everyone's sort of buzzing about early doors, aren't they? Getting their last minute shopping. See people with bags of presents, loading up their cars maybe.
Yeah.
Like some people go on holiday, don't they?
They
or
do.
go away to see family and friends. So I like that. And then, of course, when it starts to get dark, it just seems to go quiet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be in. And that's when the magic starts, I think.
Yeah.
That sort of time. And is there anything traditionally that you like to watch or do on Christmas Eve?
New tradition, I think. I've started to watch The Polar Express, my favourite Christmas film.
Yeah, and you always watch that on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be watching that. I love watching The Snowman
Yes.
on Christmas Eve. I think no matter what age you are, that's a great little animated Christmas Eve spectacular. But
Yes.
I love the David Bowie intro, because on our DVD we've got two intros. I think we've got the Raymond Briggs intro and the David Bowie intro. So when he goes walking up those steps and gives his little speech, he's got that little scarf what the boy in the snowman has. So yeah, I love watching that on New Year's Eve.
Can't beat Bowie.
No, you can't beat a bit of Bowie. And Nightmare Before Christmas as well. I
Oh,
like that one.
yes. Yeah. We also play Santa's Rooftop Scramble.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
Santa's.
game.
That's a good one. That really puts us in the spirit for that special night, doesn't it?
Yes.
And of course, we always sort of hope for snow, don't we? We get absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So that's just a little dream, really. But ultimately, well, on Christmas Eve, we're waiting for a special person, aren't we?
We are indeed.
The whole world are waiting for this special person. So who are we waiting for on Christmas Eve?
We're waiting for none other than Father Christmas.
Yep, the big man himself. Now, he's got a really busy night, hasn't he?
Very busy.
That night. Definitely. Now, everyone sort of leaves a certain thing out for Father Christmas, don't they?
Yes.
What do you remember sort of leaving out, Elliot? Or what do you like to leave out?
I think the classic trio, mince pie, carrot, milk, bosh.
Yep. And I like it how you come down in the morning on Christmas Day and like half the carrot is eaten, sometimes all of it, and there's some little crumbs left
Yeah.
on that little plate. So you know he's been. Now, when I was younger, I used to get, I used to cycle into the town, and this is quite amusing, but I used to buy a couple of packets of Chewits and leave them out.
Classic.
For Santa. And so, yeah, he seems to eat them all, but I reckon he probably just put them in his pocket, because that's a long journey, a long night what he has, isn't it,
Yeah.
Santa? So I reckon those Chewits probably kept him going a bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, and also, of course, Christmas Eve, you're preparing your stockings.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that exciting? Getting your stockings out.
Oh, it is.
Some people have pillows. I think your mother said that they used to have pillowcases, and used to leave pillowcases at the bottom of the bed. But I used to leave a stocking.
Yes.
And just before you go to sleep, and that empty stocking is there, that magical time, that once a year. And, folks, I still have that stocking.
Wow.
From my childhood. So this is over 50 years old now.
Wow.
Now, for the listener, this is a nice little blue stocking.
Great podcast content.
Yep. And, I know you can't see it, but you're going to hear it in a minute, because it has got, attached to it, about six gold bells. And I'm going to give you that ultimate sound. So here we go. Imagine that night, Christmas Eve, and you hear this gently making this nice sound. Although I don't think Santa would be waving it about like that.
No.
But you might hear just a tiny little bell now and again. But no, I can't remember ever sort of waking up and hearing him. But that's a great time, though, isn't it? That time.
Yes.
So yeah, overall, I think Christmas Eve, you're just preparing for the next day, aren't you? People have loads of arrangements wherever they're going. But for us, would you say it's that moment?
Yeah.
The evening.
It's that moment.
Definitely. Well, we do have a little comment here. So we're going to have a little fanfare for that. Right, we're talking about like Christmas Eve traditions, what you like to do each year. We've sort of mentioned the TV that we like to watch. We had a comment from Claire Atherton. So thanks for this one, Claire. She says that she likes to cook a Christmas ham, and she eats ham, egg and homemade chips on Christmas Eve. And then afterwards, she likes to do something cultural as a family, like the theatre, a cinema with a festive performance as a new Christmas Eve tradition, and she hopes that her children will continue that tradition.
Lovely.
Now that's quite nice, isn't it? But
Yes.
Especially with the home cooked chips.
Yes.
Oh, you wouldn't mind that, Elliot, would you?
No.
You'd like to go around to her house and have some homemade chips, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And the home cooked ham. So yeah, hopefully her children will carry on that tradition, and she's introducing it to them. And of course, the theatre and that's really good. That now. Before we go on to Christmas Day, folks, how can I introduce this? Well, we have got an absolute amazing random fact coming up in a second. So, Elliot, here you go with random fact.
Ding dong merrily on high, in heaven the random facts are singing. If Father Christmas, as I prefer to call him, was to deliver all his presents to the world on Christmas Eve, he would need to travel at 650 miles per second.
Wow.
And visit 822 houses per second.
Now, that is mind-blowing fact, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, I mean, how does he do it? Well, he's obviously got magic powers, hasn't he?
Yeah, clearly.
It's as simple as that. But that is an unbelievable amount of houses to go through, and how quickly he does that as well.
Incredible.
Absolutely mind-blowing. But I think he does like pause time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He pauses time, gets the job done. So yeah, well, that's Santa for you, folks, with his special magical powers. Now, I know that was a special random fact. We have something very special for you now.
Even more special than that.
Yeah, you don't get this anywhere else. But this is, well, Elliot here, he likes his science, and he's done a very, very special experiment for us all. So, I'm going to basically hand you over to Elliot now. He's going to explain it, and what he's done, and the result. So, Elliot, over to you.
Well, I've always wondered how many chocolates are in these tubs, like heroes and celebrations. So over the past few weeks, I've gathered 3 tubs of heroes, as if at first you don't succeed, try 2 more times until it's scientifically accurate. And I counted each of the chocolates in there, and I calculated a mean average.
Wow.
You can't have 0.5 of a chocolate, so if it's a decimal, I've rounded it.
That sounds amazing.
Integer. So, here we go.
Right.
There are 6 Dairy Milks, 6 Dairy Milk Caramels, 6 Whispers, 5 Twirls, and that stayed consistent over the 3 tubs.
Oh, okay.
6 Crunchies, 5 of the cream egg things, which also stayed consistent, 6 Eclairs, 8 Fudge, and 10 Dinky Deckers.
Wow. So, you spent a bit of time doing this as well. So, basically, you had 3 tubs of heroes, yeah?
Yes.
Of heroes. And all of them had the same amount of the chocolate in each one?
Same amount of twirls and cream eggs.
But it differed with the other makes?
Yes.
Ah. Now, did you count how many were in each tub? How many sweets were in each tub?
I didn't do a total. I should have done a total. But I was more interested in the statistics of the distribution.
Yes, definitely. So it was pretty similar up to like halfway through the chocolates when it changed a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes there were like 10 fudge or 11, and lower and higher. It was all over the place.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I have seen it. We've seen it on programs before, haven't I? How they do that,
Yeah.
and they just come out of a chute and fill up the tin. So
Yeah.
obviously, they pretty much put them all together. And some tins you might get more of, say, caramel than a crunchy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, but well, that is an amazing experiment, Elliot, and it's quite funny that as I'm sort of self-employed, so I'll get a few tins of sweets given to me and that, and you were hoping for 3 tins of the same, weren't you?
Yes.
And it was getting a bit worrying at one stage, wasn't it? Because I had like 1 tin of Quality Street, 2 tins of Celebrations, a couple of tins of like Heroes,
Yeah.
and there was another one coming, and that was another Quality Street. So we was thinking, come on, just one more, and that one more was a tin of Heroes, wasn't it?
It's got to be 3 to be accurate.
Yes, definitely. Well done for that experiment, and Elliot, thank you for sharing that mind-blowing bit of information with us.
You're welcome.
That was amazing. Do you reckon you'll do that experiment again next year?
Yeah, I'll try Celebrations. I'll try Quality Street.
Yeah, and you could keep that result, couldn't you?
Yes.
And you can count the total in each tubs. See how much they differ.
Yeah.
I'll bet you'll be doing that next. The next tub we open, you'll be counting how many sweets in there.
Yeah.
And getting advance information for next year. But anyway, that's Christmas Eve and Elliot's amazing experiment covered. Now, what about Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, wowzers.
Now, what do you like doing on Christmas Day, Elliot? What's the first thing?
Well, we all wake up and we're like, oh my god, it's flipping Christmas. And we open our stockings. That's the first thing we do.
Yes. Now, that's always exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, normally, I know me and your mother are older. Father Christmas pretty much goes to the younger people, don't you? But we actually get a stocking for each other.
That's lovely.
Me and your mother's. That's nice. So, and of course, my stocking from my childhood does get filled up.
Yeah.
And of course, me and your mother's like hide them, obviously, and and we normally go into the same room, don't we? Normally go into our room, and we all open them, just sit on the bed. But it's great what you get in stockings, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What sort of things can you remember getting, or what things do you like getting in your stocking?
Well, there's always a Satsuma or a tangerine, and just sort of little wacky bits.
It is, isn't it? Little wacky Christmas games.
Yeah.
Some people get a walnut. Stockings or previous years, but yeah, the Satsuma. Well, that has got to be in there. That's always just poking out the top.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, like packing the stockings. I mean, you obviously don't do that, but when I pack your mother's stocking now, it's amazing how much you can get in them.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a work of art. Sometimes you have to repack them quite a few times to get them in properly, or get a nice big item at the bottom. So yeah, that's great. And of course, when we sort of have the main presents or whatever, the mass of wrapping paper everywhere.
Yeah, it's a mess.
It's terrible. If your bin's half full, if your nice recycling bin is half full, then well, that's going to be overflowing.
Yeah.
So we normally have, well, probably a lot of other people as well. You have get a little bin bag out, get the excess recycling ready, and it'll have certainly extra recycling to empty, won't it?
Yes.
So, well, what about? And then of course, after the morning, well, the adults anyway are thinking about the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a massive thing, isn't it? Really, the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
And some families, they probably have loads of people sitting around the table, 12, even more people, and that's a massive operation. I do feel sorry for some of the people with really big families because they must be up all hours preparing it.
Yeah,
with
the
everything like that.
organisation.
Yeah, the organisation is pretty much slaving away over the cooker for pretty much most of the day to get to that point. And then, of course, you've got all the washing up afterwards, all the clearing up. And probably by the time they sit down, it's probably 4 or 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And then they're probably doing the evening snacks or whatever, or organising the party game. So it's not an easy process for some people.
It's really not.
No. But, well, Christmas Day dinner, got a couple of comments here. So, shall we have a little drum roll for that? Well, we've got your auntie here, Hazel Benjamin. Hello, Hazel. She has pretty much everything, but obviously, as she's a vegetarian, she has a Linda McCartney sausage and also a little bit of vegetarian gravy, often the Bisto one, which that's sort of a vegetarian one or whatever it is. And she loves a bit of mashed potato with butter and a bit of salt and pepper. Now, that actually sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, especially with the mash and a bit of salt and pepper and the butter mixed on it. So, yeah, hers is pretty much like a normal Christmas dinner, apart from having the meat. Obviously, you're a vegetarian as well, Elliot?
Yes.
So, you'll be having sort of your own one as well. And, well, yeah, me and your mother, it's pretty much the standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much turkey. And we had another comment, a Rosie Harrison page with her Christmas dinner. She loves the turkey and the sprouts.
Oh, sprouts.
I know. Well, turkey, I like that, but sprouts, absolutely disgusting. She's, no, I mean, if you ever try them yet, well, I'm sure you won't like them, because I can't stand them.
Fair enough.
They are absolutely disgusting. They stink. If you had, like I'm a celebrity, when you're eating all that horrible stuff, you might as well just have them in there. But the strange thing is, people love them. People really do. People do love sprouts. Obviously, it's each their own. But I don't have sprouts. It's probably pretty much. I love parsnips. They're really nice. They taste a bit like roast potatoes, really. Parsnips, so they're really nice. Not like you, I'm not so keen on veg, but force a bit on. Yeah, you like your peas though, don't you? So
love my peas.
You'll be having your peas. Oh, and what else? After the Christmas dinner, of course, you have some games, maybe.
Yeah, Christmas crackers.
Oh, the crackers, of course. What things do you like seeing in a Christmas cracker?
It's the classic crown, I think, and the joke, or the guess the song, or the little game, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then some of them have sort of stupid things in them, really, like paper clips or nail clippers. I'm like, right, okay, what do I do with this?
Yeah, you can get some real rubbish ones.
Yeah.
And some of the crackers don't even bang.
Yeah.
Do they?
No.
Sometimes you have to, when that doesn't pop, that little bit inside, then you have to make up your own little bang, really, don't you?
Disappointment.
So that's, but the Christmas crackers with the hats.
Yes.
That's a good one. And then, of course, heading to the evening, really, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most this Christmas Day about the evening?
All the television. There seems to be so much. I think we talked about it last time, but there's Wallace and Gromit, Gavin and Stacey, Outnumbered, Strictly. There's so much stuff to watch.
Oh, well, we're certainly looking forward to the last Gavin and Stacey, are we?
Yeah.
It's a shame it's the last one, isn't it?
I know, it's so sad.
Yeah, that is sad. I mean, I think it's about 5 years since the last one, isn't it?
Yeah. But
the classic Christmas Day TV. That's something that everyone looks forward to, really. And that Gavin and Stacey especially, it'd be like times in the past when you used to get millions of viewers watching like Only Fools and Horses, the Christmas episode. all these things like that. So that's a great bit of all the Christmas TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And of course, you know, on the Christmas day, you'd be having the music. We chatted about that last time, didn't we? But shall we go on to Boxing Day?
Yes.
Boxing Day. Oh, but first, before we chat about Boxing Day, is it all over on Boxing Day? Well, some people might think, it's Boxing Day, it's all over now. But is it?
Factually, it's not. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a random fact. The 12 days of Christmas is the period in the Christian theology that marks the span between the birth of Christ and the 3 wise men. It begins on the 25th of December, Christmas, and runs all the way to the 6th of January.
Well, that is amazing. Well, that random fact, that was a comment by Sean Dunn. So thank you for that, Sean. We have turned your excellent comment into a random fact. Now, probably not a lot of people know that, do they, Elliot?
No, I didn't know that.
No, so that's amazing. So well done for that one, Sean. It's like basically starts on Christmas Day. So yeah, if you think it's all over on Boxing Day, you've got another 12 days of it. So, but what do you like doing on Boxing Day, Elliot?
Boxing Day, we go around our family. And there's quite a few of us, or not quite a few, not that many. But it's just nice. It's sort of seeing everyone, and
yes,
there's still some television on. Yeah,
that's right. And of course, we have a classic game, don't we? There's this game that has been passed down through generations, which is pretty funny, and some of the answers are they can be pretty naughty sometimes, can't they? Which makes it even funnier. So, Elliot, what game is it we play on Boxing Day evening?
Well, we're obviously referring to Consequences. Now, how to play this, you probably know, but if you don't, you get a group of people, and they all get a bit of paper. You write a boy's name, fold it over, and pass it round. Then a girl's name, fold that over and pass that round. Then where they meet, what he says, what she says, and what the consequence was. Yours is supposed to make sense, but because you pass them round, you come up with something like Matt Hancock met Taylor Swift at a community centre in Swaffham. He said bingle bongle dingle dangle yickety doo yickety da ping pong lippy tappy tee-tar. She said no thanks, it's all green. The consequence was they both got paralysed by a grenade in World War III.
Well, what an explanation, Elliot. That was amazing. And tell you what, if you would have got that consequence, because we all read them out at the end, don't we? If you got that consequence, we'd have all been laughing, wouldn't we?
Been stitches.
And pretty much every consequence, what we all read out, we're all laughing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Especially with the age gap. I mean, the youngest, 10, 11 maybe. There's a few of us up to about, mid-50s. So there's all sorts of people. And you and your sister and your cousins, you often put school friends in there, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
So we're all clueless who these names are, and we see these 3 or 4 sort of chuckling.
Yeah.
Because they know who they mean. So we all have our own little laughs with that, don't we?
Yeah.
And of course, we have a few presents then as well, don't we? On a Boxing Day.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a classic. And then, I mean, it's pretty much, it is nice on Boxing Day as well. I know you've had the main day, Christmas Day, but you've still got all the school holidays.
Yeah.
Or if you're off work, a lot of places shut down. So people might have plenty of other stuff planned. And then, of course, after that, you're thinking about the new year, really.
Yeah.
With New Year's Eve. Now, we will briefly touch on that just before the end of the podcast, but you've got a question in it, haven't you?
I have indeed. Now, this is a big debate.
Yes, it is.
Is Die Hard really a Christmas film?
Is Die Hard really a Christmas film? Well, before I ask your answer, Elliot, I'm probably... that is a tough one. I mean, the thing is, it's set on Christmas Eve. There, you see Christmas decorations up, and I think there's a tree, and it's like a festive party. But, of course, the film has got really, as it's an action film and terrorists, isn't it? So, that is real 50-50. I'll probably say I am sat on the fence on that. I mean, your mother is pretty much the same. She says 50-50. Claire Atherton, who commented earlier on her Christmas Eve habits, she said it's an adamant no. It's
Yes.
not a Christmas film. So, Elliot, what do you reckon? Is Die Hard a Christmas film or not?
I'm sat far on the no side of the fence because Die Hard is not a Christmas film. It's about terrorism.
Yeah. Well, I think that says it all. And I think, we've had 2 no's and 2 50-50s.
No yeses. No
No,
yeses.
we haven't had the yeses. So I think it sways to a no. That it's not a Christmas film. We might have plenty of people debate that. So, if you've got any thoughts on that, you're welcome to send us an email, folks. binsfantastic2022@yahoo.com if you want to comment on Die Hard.
Or don't accept the truth.
Or don't, yeah. Or on any future episodes. You're welcome to comment. But yeah, I'll probably say then, if I had to go, well, I'll probably possibly go and no. But it's that thing though. You've got the tree in there and it's set on Christmas Eve, so that swings it. That makes it a bit confusing whether it is or not.
Yeah, doesn't really matter though.
No, it doesn't really matter.
I think you can watch Die Hard in the summer, but
Yeah.
you can't watch The Snowman in the summer.
Well, that's very true, isn't it? That pretty much sums that one up, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That it probably is. Is there anything else you think of, Elliot? Is there anything else you want to add? That, I mean, we've chatted about a lot, especially in Christmas Part 1. For this Part 2, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Well,
In those days,
I think we've pretty much covered it.
yeah, we've covered like the basics and a few comments and everything like that. Oh, before we head to the end, actually, we will talk about just very quickly what we'd be heading to New Year's Eve, of course, and the New Year. So we'll briefly cover New Year's Eve. I was quite like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I know
It's
a lot of
alright.
people don't. A lot of people think, oh no, forget that. I'm gonna go to bed at 8. I'm not bothered. You know, but I quite like it. I think it's the last bit of the year.
Yeah.
I like this bit of the year. They're hanging it out.
Yeah.
And because it's the old part. I mean, when it gets to the 1st of Jan, it's all brand new. It's dark. It's dull. It's January. Everyone's skint. You know, so that's a bit like sort of sad or can be a bit depressing, I suppose. But, you know, you're still in that December. You're still in that Christmas period. So that New Year's Eve, I always like to have a good little party.
Yes.
Maybe just get a few people around. Sometimes we have a little New Year's quiz, don't we?
Yeah, that's good.
And I love like switching off the music about 11:45, watching Big Ben
Yeah.
and that countdown.
Always got to see it through.
Yes, you've got to see it through. And then get a few of you together. You could be anywhere in the world, couldn't you? A party somewhere, a house, in a pub, doing the Old Lang Syne.
Yeah.
And then all the Happy New Year and the party poppers going.
Yeah.
And then it's a massive clear up and off to bed. Pretty much.
That's how it is.
So yeah, and then of course after that, 1st Jan, I suppose you think about going back to work and school, aren't we? But
Yeah.
in the meantime, what's the date today? The 21st of December. So we're this side. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's lovely.
Think about. Imagine now if it was New Year's Eve or even New Year's Day,
That's so sad.
and we were thinking, I wish it was before Christmas again.
I wish it was now.
I
That's
wish
what we'll
it was
be
about
thinking.
10 days ago. And that's this time now. So
Yeah.
this is the time, not we said in part 1, that we enjoy the most. We enjoy the build up to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people commented with the same, that they enjoyed the build up, because when it's here, it does go really quick.
It really does.
And of course, in between that, you've got the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. I know there's a lot of sales about. People might be back at work. But it's sort of not over, really, because you have got that new year to look forward to.
Yeah.
And people are still shopping for stuff for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So that's a little softener to the end of Christmas, really. So I do quite like the New Year. I know a lot of people don't. But we're going to head to the end of this podcast now. And we'd like to thank everyone for listening.
Thank you.
And this is number 11, episode 11, Christmas part 2. So
Wow.
had quite a few now, Elliot, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we'll be back in the new year with another subject.
Now then, I've ordered some new curtains for your information. They've got an ant on a robin, on a beaver, on a relatively small pig, on a wolf, on a giraffe, and the giraffe has a Christmas hat on. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Well, what a classic, isn't it? Well, it's a very happy Christmas for both of us here. And Happy New Year. And I hope Santa brings you what you want.
Merry Christmas.
Goodbye.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.